They're starting the meeting now.
Did you all sign in? And we'll open the meeting with the approval of the minutes from the November 17th meeting. Did anybody have any additions or corrections to these minutes? If not, have a motion to accept the minutes.
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, the report.
All right. Good evening, Planning Commission. So for the town administrator overview, the last meeting, December 8th, we had a few items of discussion. There was an annexation process overview, just to kind of update council on the process since we had 2 public hearings. We had the public hearing on the Hall property annexation, case number 39-25. And the decision was to table the annexation discussion for a different time, just to get some additional information on the driveway, shared driveway, just kind of looking at a few of the details. And then there was the public hearing for the Johnson, Anthony, and Johnston properties that they did approve, and the effective date will be January 22nd of 2026. So that will move forward. After that, we had our treasurer's report. They had 3 budget amendments, one for the purchase of office monitors, one for utility billing software data migration, and another one for carry forward of the Department of Housing and Community Development Main Street grant funds. And then she just had a general overview of our prior month finances. Additional business, there was the approval of the 2019 tram trailer purchase from Ocean City. So we just have to figure out how to get them over here, and then we'll have the tram available for use down at the wharf and up the hill. We'll probably use one of the town trucks to kind of make that happen in the meantime. They also approved a letter of support for the transfer of a Class A beer and wine license from Good Earth Natural Foods to the new owner, or the business owner. And then we had some Main Street updates regarding facade grants, some business openings, and our Gingerbread Lane event with the Leonardtown Business Association, which, as you can see, everybody's done a lot of work on those. They look amazing all around the downtown. And then we just had some overviews on our community events, Christmas on the Square, which was a great event. It was a little cold for everybody, but that was about it. So I'm happy to answer any questions you may have on the previous meeting.
Okay, anybody have any questions? Thank you. Okay, on to new business is case number 100-15D, which is Meadows at Town Run, Section 2, Phase 4, 12 single-family dwellings. Owner consultant is requesting a final approval of Phase 4, 12 single-family homes, dwelling unit site development plan, Cascade, and record plot approval.
All right, members, as you said, this is Meadows at Town Run Section 2, Phase 4, 12 single-family dwelling units. The property is right off of Maryland Route 5 and on the north side of Wildflower Drive. These 12 lots are averaging approximately 11,115 square foot in size, and they're part of Parcel B. To date, Wildflower is completed with the exception of the final coat of asphalt, which will be done at the completion of Phase 6 of the entire project. The property was recommended to Town Council on June 18th, 2022 by Leonardtown Planning Commission for concept approval. Town Council approved the concept plan on February 14th, 2022. The consultant has addressed all comments from the Town Planning and Public Works Department, and it has received a letter of approval to proceed with presentation to the Town Planning Commission. Phase 4 has also received final approval from St. Mary's County Department of Public Works and Transportation and that was done on November 26, 2025, and St. Mary's Soil Conservation District on December 3rd, 2025. The applicant is requesting final site development plan, record plat, facade approval to include recommendation to Town Council for Meadows at Town Run Section 2, Phase 4. The Planning and Zoning Commission can vote to approve with conditions, delay, or deny. The planning staff has determined that the proposed site development record plat and facade drawings are in compliance with the 2025 comprehensive plan and recommend that the Planning and Zoning Commission review the documentation and provide an approval with a recommendation to Leonardtown Town Council. And I have Rodney is in the office, in the room here. If you have any questions, or I certainly can answer questions as well.
Rodney, out of curiosity, those houses are big. That's what, I guess, your market resources showed that that's what people are looking for new construction?
Well, with the towns, we have we're kind of carrying the houses we brought from Leonard's Grant, and carrying that theme and part of that aesthetic look as well as that. But yeah, the 3,000, everybody says they want a small house right up until they look at the square footage for the buck, so to speak, and then they want something a little bit larger. So we feel like we're in that right niche. Some of these corn lots, when we originally drew them, the Clark and some of the houses we have, they just become, to get the look and to get the aesthetic, it does become 3,400 square foot house, and it is tough. And then, on the lots too, it's the single family lots to produce to create. You got to kind of get the right combination there. But yeah, it's unfortunate. And that's why we have started on the towns, which we should have a model open out there, which I would love for you guys to go out there and people from the community and council and the planning commission to see the product there. And that should be open by the end of February, early March is what we'll have when we're building them. But we didn't kind of call it a model till now. But on the singles, we just for the aesthetic look, we just carried the same houses that we did have. But yeah, it's hard to draw them down because there's so many set costs. You have and part of our strength is that square footage for the value. Although I think it's horrible that houses cost $650,000 to $700,000. But that's with extra optional. But it's still it's the driveway, the tap. I mean your water and sewer, your lot. I mean there's so many fixed costs in a house. Kitchens are roughly the same, whether it's smaller or large. So it's just there's not a whole lot of difference in the price. I mean I come down in size sometimes when I look at my own houses against each other. We have a house that's 500 square foot less, but it costs $20,000 less. And people think it goes from the overall sales price down to the equivalent of square footage, but there's no comparison on that. So, we've kind of found this where people like to be.
Anybody else have any questions or comments?
I'm just curious, so 12 houses on the lots, I see it here on the diagram, but on the other side of the road, is that, what's planned there and why is it partitioned?
Yeah, other townhouses, so that's phase 5, and it would be basically the next 37 townhouses, or 73. 73 townhouses coming on that side of the street. The aesthetic going in originally with the project design was to actually kind of create a look going in that main drag and get some single families in combination. Those are actually rear alley loaded on the front, on the main street there. On the back street, they'll be front loaded. But the ones that are in the front, it's kind of a 2-story, it's a very attractive product there. It's going to be kind of coming down that main drag.
So these will be your single family,
Yep.
and then these will be the townhouse.
So to a point, I mean, you're gonna have larger houses, but then you're gonna have a lot of apartments and townhouses.
Yeah.
So those are much smaller.
Yeah, we actually made the economic shift because we obviously Leonard's Grant was single, Meadows a town run one, and because the market now, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to get the single family, kind of being small enough with all the set components and costs to make sense.
Yeah.
To where a townhouse becomes kind of the new, of what people can afford, and it's horrifying. I mean, even for Meadows town run for us, I mean, we build and we work at a set margin, we don't gouge, we're extremely fair. And those are $450,000, and I want to cry for young people, I want to cry, and that, and apartments, we're gonna build those ourselves versus using a contractor, CMI or something like that, because we're looking at the price what we had to be and where that rent would be, and we don't want to be, we want to push that down, and we feel like it's part of the town, part of a developer builder, our responsibility is when you do provide housing, you need to provide it, that, competition's a good thing if you have people that are fair within that competition pool. I'm fighting to get rent down, which that's not the norm, of what people are trying to do, and yeah, it's still, what housing costs now, it breaks my heart. I mean, we love to do what we do, and we provide it as good as anybody does for the cost, but it's just, the post-COVID world we live in with all that, I'm hoping that something flushes out, but I think that would be I don't know what would ever happen. Once costs go up, I don't see them coming down usually. I mean, concrete, everything's just ridiculous. We used to pay $60 a yard for concrete, now it's $140 a yard. It's just crazy. But we try to do the best we can to provide the best product for the price, but definitely getting off there for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Does anybody else have any other questions? We've been over a lot of this before at our previous meetings, so is anybody ready to make a motion?
I can do it. See, I move to recommend case number 100-15D, Meadows at Town Run, Section 2, Phase 4, for final approval to Town Council for the site development plan, architectural facade, and record plat drawings for Meadows at Town Run, Section 2, Phase 4-12, single-family lots and residue parcel B.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Andrew.
Thank you guys very much. Everybody have a great Christmas. Stay warm.
Yes, sir.
For the next day or two. See you guys.
See the picture.
Coming back. Our last order of business is our monthly review of the in-house permits for November. Does anybody have any questions about any of those?
It's nice to see Boone's Bagels and Rucci's and all of that on here, so excited to see them coming. And Rucci's should be next week, I heard. So.
Nobody else has any questions?
No.
Well, I just want to say that I think the events that have been happening here in town and the gingerbread cutouts that have been around have been just really fantastic. Everybody is talking about them. I don't care where I go, they're always talking about them. And also the crab baskets.
Oh,
at
that
the
was
work.
beautiful, yeah.
They are really beautiful, so if you haven't seen them up close, I recommend that. If not, we can have an motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Well, that was a nice short Christmas meeting.
Laura, you should have just stayed home.
We've been faster than that.